This is about some of the work that I do that is free art, which generally gets you no credit. And the first thing that I will show is something that got voted on and approved by the city or the village of Chagrin Falls, and that's the entrance to Riverside Park. And I offered my idea against the people that they hired, and everybody liked this better. So this is what they went with, and they built it. This was 10 years ago. I also did a computer drawing to show what it would look like from an aerial view. And the key things here are the curved front with the seats facing in different directions, the soft shapes, the curves, and the kind of things that a park should have. Here it is under construction. I thought that it would be good to have walls around that are at setting level so that you'd have plenty of seats. Not only the regular seats, as you can see in this picture, but all the walls around the side also act as seats. And this is the current version of, this is 10 years later, is what you're looking at right now. And here's other shots of the park entrance as it looks now. I also had added to this idea a walk crossing out in the area that wasn't included in it. Now you'll see here that people sitting on the wall and then people sitting in the chairs, but they're not all lined up like in a theater. I didn't want a theater-like thing looking at the town. I also suggested a little a building that could double as a bus stop or be used in park events, and the windows would be able to come out in the summer and you could work out of there, and if you had all kinds of bad weather then it would still function, but that didn't get included in the design. So then later on they thought they needed it and they built some dumb thing that they're not using anymore because the mayor didn't want to have buses in Chagrin. Now here's another idea that I did, that I submitted, and that was a drive swap where, let's see, this drive here was swapped for this drive that used to go through here. And that would enable the parking lot to be able to go in and out of the bank without having to cross a road. And it also would give us 3 lanes here instead of the 4 they ended up with. I built a model of it in styrofoam, and this shows what it would look like if I hadn't covered it with this paper that gives the look of a model. That was in N scale because that's the scale I could get the cars in. This was an idea when we were trying to do the Smith-Barney thing and they didn't like the look of the building, and I thought, well, the problem is it doesn't look like Chagrin Falls buildings. If we did it this way, even though this is one single building, it would look like separate buildings. Now, this is another idea I had in place of the Smith-Barney thing after they had left town. And down here is what it looked like at the time, and then up here would be a parking garage, which we badly needed for that part of town. Now, the cool thing about it was that with the road over here, which went uphill, you didn't need to have a ramp inside the building, so it brought the cost of the structure down quite a bit. Now this is a case where the church wanted to put in this big addition that would have taken out all the houses, but I thought there was a better way of doing it by moving most of the structure behind. I also did some drawings to show what it would look like, where it could still look like it fits the architecture of the current building instead of trying to look modern like a lot of these architects tend to do. Now this was a case where this house up here in the corner was going to be demolished to build a more modern house, and I wanted to save it. So I did a drawing of how it would look restored, and they used that to help sell the house, and they saved it that way. And this is the last one, Serpentine Walk, where the walk normally went down this way with steps. I figured if you lengthen the walk, you can reduce the raise so that you could handle wheelchairs and stuff like that. There you are. I didn't have an ending.